cutting. We're going to go next to looking at how to turn pieces of wood here, how to measure properly. Because you can cut something, and that's fine, but you want to make it an on-purpose shape, right? You don't want it to just be kind of whatever random shape, you know, a triangle or something like that. So we're going to need a couple more tools from over here in order to do that. So over here, we've got rulers. A very important tool. If you're measuring longer things, I have tape measures here. These are ones that like extend out and go really long. But you guys don't need that for right now. Okay? And the next tool is one of the most important woodworking tools in the world. Everybody uses them all over the world, no matter where you are or where you're from. Somebody pass me a pencil. Perfect. Thank you. So we have our pencil. Very, very important. Okay, so we got our pencil and our ruler and our saw. It's all right. All right, so you guys are going to be doing this in a few minutes, so I want you to pay attention so you can do this exact thing. We're going to pick a number on the ruler. Okay, so this is listed in millimeters. 10 millimeters is how many centimeters?
1.
1. Okay, so basically just take the 0 off, and that's centimeters, if that works better for you. So let's say we're going to do something, say 5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to put my ruler down, kind of line it up here, and make a mark just a little bit right there at 5. Ooh, gave me the one broken pencil. All right. Quick lesson, don't put broken pencils back in. Right? Everyone's like, oh, it's broken, and then puts it back in the pencil box. The pencil sharpener is over here. We'll sharpen that in a little bit. Okay, so now, oh, it's double sharpened. Nice, that's a bonus. So we have a mark at 5 centimeters here, and we need that. If we start sawing there, though, you can saw and you can hit that line, but be totally crooked. Right? You might end up going some crazy weird direction, even though it looks like it matches. So we need to make sure that line goes straight across the piece of wood. To do that, we're going to need another tool. Okay, and it's again over here. Let's angle the camera. Okay, so over here are a bunch of these funny L-shaped things. These guys. We have like big and medium and small and tiny and flat and other flat. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Look at all these crazy things. Okay, so these are what we're going to use to make that line go straight across that piece of wood. So you can see here, what is this called? Can you guys read that?
Aluminum tri-square.
Aluminum tri-square. Does this look like a square to you?
No.
It looks like an L, right? This is actually called a square. This tool is called a square. The reason is that it can make things into squares because this here is a perfect 90-degree angle. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So if you use this to make a line, it's going to be exactly perpendicular. Exactly. So this is a square. This is also a square, this big guy. Okay? The big square, the medium square. This is kind of a cute little square. I like these ones. You have like a mini square here. Look at how tiny this little guy is. Okay? These here, I'm going to show the camera first, and then you guys. Okay? This is not a square. This is an L-shaped ruler, so it's a little bit different. Okay? A square has this wide part. This ruler does not. Okay? So this here, when we use this in the piece of wood, it goes click.
Oh.
So convenient. So Benry.
Yay.
Right? This one does not. It just slides right off. Okay? Useless. Well, it's not useless. It's useful. You can, if this is the kind of thing you have at home, these are a lot cheaper. A lot of people have these. You can use this actually. You can kind of make it work. You kind of have to bend it a little bit or kind of hold it at an angle. So you can use this, but here we have the actual tool. So we're going to use the actual squares. This is another L-shaped ruler for drawing on a piece of wood. If you want to draw an angle like that, you can do that, but it's not the same thing as a square. Okay, so we're going to put these away for now. All right. So we have our squares. I'm going to use this one because I like this one. And we've got back here, you guys can remember our little mark right here. Okay, so now that I have a square, I'm going to click it in, and I'm going to move that over so it matches with the dot that I made. So as long as this is pinched here, if it's tilted, it's not going to work, right? As long as it's pinched here, it's going to make a line that's exactly 90 degrees, exactly perpendicular to this edge. We'll come right across here. So we use our pencil, and do that. Okay, you should always use a square to draw your lines. Never use a ruler. Okay, let me tell you why. Let me ask you a question. Is that a straight line?
No.
Isn't it? Is that a straight line?
No.
No, but is that a straight line?
Yeah.
It is actually a straight line, isn't it?
It is.
It's not exactly square, but it is actually straight. So a ruler can draw a straight line, but that's not really what you want. You want a square line, a nice 90-degree line. So this is square, you would say. And you can say this is a square. You say piece of plastic is square, or hey, that's a nice square, or hey, you made a nice square piece of wood. All of those are appropriate uses of the word square when it comes to woodworking. Okay, so we have here our perfect 90-degree angle. But it's not enough, guys. Because if I tried to cut this with a saw, I'll show you in a second. I'll keep you safe, don't worry. I could cut all the way through that line and have the saw be totally crooked. Right? It would perfectly cut through here, but it would be crooked. So that's one line is not enough. We need a line on the back as well. Because then you know you're cutting perfectly through the front and the back, and the saw is going to be going straight. It can't go crooked that way, you would notice. So we need another tool. So let's go back over to the tool cabinet. Dun, dun, dun.
How many tools do you need?
So many, just for cutting one single piece of wood. This is a shortcut tool because we don't have that much time. Normally I would have you use the squares, but we're going to use this. So this does a pretty cool thing. It can, if you match it up with a line that you drew here, it will make it so you can draw a matching line on the other edges. So by matching it up here, I can now draw a line across the top here. And then by matching it up again, here, I can draw another line over here. So you don't have to use this if you don't want to, but it's so convenient. Okay, and now that line's not long enough though, right? So we're going to use a square again. I'll use a different one just to show you how they all work. Lock it in, and okay. I was a little off because I'm rushing. But now I'll have a line that's perfectly, so it goes all the way from the front, across the top, and across the back. So now I can go back, now I can go to cutting. To cut this, we're going to go ahead and put it in a table vise, and then start cutting. Still.